story of a man. It is a story of marriage, children, and happiness, of drama and devotion and courage. But most of all, it is the story of one man's tremendous triumph over adversity, a story that would have to be told, even if his name hadn't been Franklin D. Roosevelt.
How do I look? Snappy?
Never better.
This was one of the most talked about men of our time. We all knew the public figure that led us through so many challenging years. But here now is the story of the private years before. Before the applause and the glory and the shouting.
I sometimes wonder how many of your cousins are still confounded that we married.
Oh.
Do you think they still consider me a feather duster?
Franklin, there are undoubtedly some members of your family who still believe that you didn't get much of a bargain.
Ralph Bellamy in the role that won him Best Actor of the Year award on the stage as Franklin Roosevelt, before he was known as FDR.
It's a hard way to learn humility. But I've been learning by crawling. I know what's meant. You must learn to crawl before you can walk.
Greer Garson as Eleanor Roosevelt, hailed as one of the great performances of the season.
Oh, Louis, I've been no good at it. I can't lecture. I giggle at the wrong times, and I can't control my voice, but I think I'm whispering, I'm shouting.
Hume Cronin as Louis Howe, the friend who couldn't forget the future.
I'm no idle dreamer, Franklin. Working with you is an act of faith. I believe God has an eye on your future.
God has an infinite variety of tasks. I don't believe he's available as a campaign manager.
Gene Hagen is personal secretary Missy Lehan.
Thanks, Missy, that's perfect.
If you need fresh ones, a call will bring you our instant courteous service.
Ann Shoemaker is Sarah Delano Roosevelt.
You know my feelings about politics generally.
I do.
It's a tawdry business for a man, and I believe shocking for a woman.
Let her reach me. I'd like to have you here, Father.
Frank, you handle that chair like a scooter.
Practice makes perfect, Al.
I don't know what you mean. I only know that your stubbornness is not only your strength, but your weakness, and you need...
I needn't do anything. I am not going to let myself go down a drain. A bad beating either breaks the stick or the student. Well, I'm not broken.
Continent of Australia. And these people are of that rare breed you'll find nowhere else, the Sundowners. We're behind the scenes of the Warner Brothers production, directed by Fred Zinnemann of Nun's Story fame. He went all the way to the Congo with the Nun's Story. Now he's gone 8,000 miles off the beaten track to tell the untold story of this new kind of people. And he's brought it back fresh with the zest of a new kind of motion picture experience. For 2 unforgettable hours, you'll go along with the Sundowners, living a rich, lusty life you've never known before. You'll bask at the warmth of Ida, with all that beauty under a coat of dust. You'll ride out with Carmody, a man of long silences, loud songs, and sudden action. You'll riot in the swagger of Vinegar, said to be the son of a duke. You'll strive to understand with Jean, a debutante only 2 years before. You'll discover life anew with Sean, turning from boy into man. You'll meet Turk and Liz and Evans, and altogether the most exciting offbeat bunch who ever attached themselves to a wonderful story.
If you're gonna be a driver, look like a driver. and get rid of that silly flaming hat. Let me tell you about this silly flaming hat, my good man.
And don't call me that. I'm not your good man.
What do you prefer, boss? Educate me, Darrell. Tell me what women do like.
All right.
No. Around here we do everything by the bell. Get up by the bell, go to sleep by the bell, eat by the bell, wash by the bell. We ain't got a bell for that, all right?
Oh, Lou, those Duke's daughters must miss you.
Oh, the Duke's daughters. They haven't heard half the things I want to say to you, but not yet. Can't we go?
Oh, I can't leave the till, Ruth, not yet.
When I come to this, a cash register has arrived.
I'm going to stay, Mum, and I think you ought to stay too.
Don't ever ask me to choose between you and your dad, because I'll choose him every time.